Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
We're back.
We're back. Your lighting is better.
Is it?
A little down lighting, a little shadowed in the face, but
yeah. That might be the hat, though.
The hat looks good. You see, you got the hats back here on my ladder.
Oh, ladder to success.
Yep. We're not at the top rung yet of success.
Not quite. One below.
One more to go.
Yeah. That'll happen tonight.
So it'll happen tonight. Yeah, I was looking at the 2-2-2-2-2-2 for tonight. I think there's some vulnerabilities there. There's a lot of old big cats in the DFS space who aren't maxing. And I think you've got a real advantage if you max in that 2-2-2. So
you think the top players aren't maxing the mid
some of the bigger names from the past, yeah. I don't want to name them, but 5 entries, 2 entries. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I think 90 entries could smother them a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, especially on a night like tonight where you're not hopefully we're not chasing defenses like we were yesterday.
I was kind of smiling because you hate defense.
No, I hate it. Who likes defense?
The defense captain shipped it solo in the 500K.
Of course. Yeah. That made me very sad. You know, anytime there's a defense as the captain, it's just not great. Sorry, I was loading baseball lineups.
Well, this last night I went in impromptu on the Showdown show with Rubio, AP, and Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
And 75% of them, 66% of them were smashed. But
I mean, football.
Yeah, the prevailing narrative last night from the people watching the show was everyone loved the Giants. In fact, they loved the Giants so much they were taking -7 teaser lines. And I said the Giants are a fraud. That was just go back to the tape. In fact, I may even pull it up. But I said the Giants are a fraud. And
the Giants are a fraud. It's the same thing I said.
They're a fraud. I mean, hey, the Bengals might be a fraud too. But
I know I'm going to victory lap that Bengals. Me saying the Bengals were smoke and mirrors on Friday, and everybody giving me shit.
You don't have to. I've been a Bengals fan for 23 years. I have a calendar reminder in my calendar to remind me how much the Bengals will suck. So I get that. I knew they're going to lose to the Browns. But the Giants, Dallas just smoked them.
Well, the Giants go down there on that first drive, right? And they're looking great. You know, then they fumble that snap, and just like it completely defeated them.
Yes. Yes. And I just didn't have. I knew as soon as Dallas scored that touchdown on special teams, the first one.
Yeah, the block kick.
You know you're dead. You know you're fucked.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Dallas was like 20% owned, and then on FanDuel it was even higher. I was just like, all right, I can turn this game off.
Kevin McLaughlin from last night says, I think he quoted me, Giants are a fraud and Darren Waller is a fraud.
Hey, don't talk shit about my boy Darren Waller, dude.
Well, let me Georgia Tech.
Darren Waller.
Here's the thing about the Panthers. From a brand style guy. Like, you think about Deion Sanders and his total revision of the Colorado brand. In fact, to the point where I would wear a Colorado sweatshirt because it's so fucking cool.
Right.
Why are the Panthers, which are a black colored animal, right? Why are your jerseys not black and white? Wouldn't that be sick? Well, I know Carolina blue. I know, but look, they actually in NFL.com took a poll of every jersey in the history, or every full uniform in the history of the NFL, and which one looked best. And the Panthers black on black with teal socks was number one. That's incorrect.
It is? I thought that was what it was.
No, it's incorrect from my perspective.
Oh, right. No, that was what won the vote, was the Panthers black with teal socks.
Okay. I think that when Deion Sanders coaches his son at the Panthers, they're going to have the sickest jerseys in the NFL.
Dude, his son is going to be a player, I'll tell you. I was all over Nebraska and ate shit on that game, but his son he's a machine, man. Those linemen are
all the people in Lexington, Kentucky, you won money with the Brewers at Purdue. They gave it all back with Nebraska. The optimal last night. Vincent said, what was the optimal last night? The optimal last night.
It was like a 5-1 Dallas with the defense.
Defense as captain.
And Tony Pollard. It was like no quarterback, defense, the dumbest possible shit you could possibly play.
Yeah, and who was the other receiver? What's his name from the Cowboys?
I flipped it off once I realized my bet was going to win. I was like,
I'll tell you right now. Was it Turpin? That was right.
Turpin.
Which
Turpin came in at the end, and he.
Which congrats to the guy who built that lineup. You deserve it.
Yep. Sometimes you just gotta, full galaxy brain.
So here's my declaration. Last night was Daniel Jones. Well, it was Rubio, you're drunk, and you need aloe for that burn you got today. And Giants are fraud. I'm saying right now, all of you smart guys are on the Bills. And I said it to you in the Discord. I called Tony and said it. Huh?
Line keeps going up.
The Bills are a fraud. The Jets are going to smash them into bits. Yes.
That's not going to age well.
Print it.
All right. I hear you. You told me I was dumb about the Browns too.
Tell me why the Bills are going to cover tonight or even win.
Aaron Rodgers is like 80 years old, and Josh Allen is Josh Allen. Like, what are we talking about? Also, Josh Allen, talk about things that have changed since the offseason. He dumped his high school girlfriend and got with a movie star. Listen, alpha moves.
Have you seen the last two games by Josh Allen against the Jets?
I understand. I understand what you're getting at. They're going to be fine. They're fine. They're going to be fine. The Bills are great. The Bills are probably going to win the Super Bowl.
Have you watched Hard Knocks?
I have not.
That's all you need to know.
Are the Jets on Hard Knocks this year?
Yes. Yes. I mean, it's completely tilting and biasing for me. But
listen, I'm the number one Rodgers dick rider, but like, dude, he's it's first game
the worst
one.
There's so many people on the Bills tonight. This build is going to absolutely smash. By the way, you never piss off Bills fans.
No, dude. Oh my God. So remember the game last year where the Bills were playing Cleveland, and it was like the game was in Detroit, and one of my buddies is a Bills fan. Shout out Justin if you're watching. All the tickets were like free, so we all just like immediately, like it was like the Saturday and the game was on Sunday, and we all just immediately packed up and drove to Detroit, stayed at the MGM and went to the game. And before the game, there was like a coach bus that had driven Bills fans in from Buffalo, and this woman jumped off the top of it through a flaming table and she came down feet first and broke the table and like broke her leg like on the ground. I have a video somewhere. It was just, that's all you need to know about Bills fans.
No, they're crazy. They're nuts. I mean, listen, there was a point last season, or maybe a previous season, that I said when the Bengals were just sucking, I just said to myself, why do I endure pain so much? Why not just be a Bills fan today? Just switch. Why am I a Leafs fan for 46 years of hell? Why not just go to a team that wins?
Like the Golden Knights.
Like the Golden Knights.
For you today.
What's that?
I almost wore my Golden Knights gear for you today, just to rub it in a little bit more.
Let's go tonight. Let's go to tonight.
Yep.
So what's your game script? Run me through what you're seeing.
I think that we're going to see more passing than I think people are thinking is going to happen because of the rain. I think that Allen and Rodgers are both fairly versed in playing in less than ideal conditions, and I like the receivers a lot, especially Diggs. I like Diggs a lot.
I was listening to JSU and T on the early show, and Diggs they did not like a lot. So you like Diggs a lot because they have a limited number of receivers, right?
Limited number of receivers. They've said like 2 of them like are hardly going to play. It's literally just Diggs and Gabe Davis and a bunch of guys that they probably could cut and immediately get somebody just as good. And then the tight ends. I just think for as good as the Jets defense is, Diggs will be able to get his. That's the way I feel about it.
I have Allen at 215 yards passing tonight at best. And I have that spread around a lot more. I don't mind Diggs, but I think the tight ends Knox and Kincaid get their share of catches themselves.
I'm very low on Knox. Kincaid,
you're low on Knox?
Yeah, Knox I have hardly any. I think, let me look. On DraftKings, I've got Knox 4%. Right.
Okay. Now. I've got both of them for 3 and 25, and I think the one touchdown that Allen throws tonight, and I'm saying he throws one touchdown. That's how low I am on the Bills. Sorry, Bills fans. Go jump through some tables. But I say one of those 2 guys scores the touchdown. Let me tell you exactly in this newest build. Based on, by the way, who just got who's not starting tonight? You posted in the Discord just now.
Brownlee's inactive for the Jets.
Brownlee's inactive for the Jets, and Hall is officially in. But that's it. Okay. My tight ends
for the Jets.
I don't have a ton of tight ends either, by the way.
Conklin is the best play at tight end to me, or Uzama. It depends.
Yeah.
Former Bengal legend DJ Uzama.
Yeah, Conklin I had at 230 and maybe gets the touchdown. Not sure why this build. I'm going to have to really revise these lineups. Not sure why this build is not showing that well. But my inclination is that Rodgers and Allen are going to be in the optimal together because they're going to be the 2 highest scoring players, and you're going to need to have a cheaper captain as a result, potentially, if they aren't the captain themselves. And I think that's why you are liking a kicker tonight. You heard it here first.
I hate kickers so much, but tonight, I have a lot of kickers. It's very painful to look at my lineups and see how much, especially on FanDuel with Zerline only being 8,000. It's like you kind of have to play him, and it pains my heart to play this much kicker, but that's where we're at. Also, maybe people won't play it with the rain, but I don't know. I still, I think more.
Yeah, but even Zerline at a 9 projection, or even I think he's going to be higher. I think he can have these 14-point games. He's all over.
Every kicker. He is the one that can kick like multiple 50-yard field goals.
Right, Greg the leg.
Yeah.
So let's go back. I'm jumping all over the place, but let's go to the Jets first. Rodgers I have at 222, 250, 2 and an interception, which I think is going to be an average, maybe high average night for him. I'm going to have him at 16 points projected, which puts him on basically every lineup I got. I think he's my optimal captain.
Mm-hmm.
The question is,
Rodgers is.
Well, I'm Jets 20.
I know. All of his touchdowns are going to have to be spread, or else it's going to be Garrett Wilson instead.
Oh, I have him. He's going to his old buddies tonight. He's going to Lazard. He's going to Cobb.
I like Lazard. I like the Lazard captain. I like that a lot.
Yeah, he's going to Conklin. I think it's 27-20 Jets. That's where I have it right now. The biggest question is Jets coach said he is going to not have snap counts for the running backs, but is going to evenly distribute Cook with the most, but included Carter as someone who sees the field. So one of these three is getting the touchdown, right?
Well, Cook, if Cook starts off and he is playing well, he might just stick with him.
Yeah.
Out of like, Cook obviously has like basically an infinite ceiling if they keep him out there, as we've seen from him before. So 7,800 is pretty appealing. One guy is saying you've got to mention Hardy at 200. Yes, Hardy at 200 is the best play, and he will be 50% owned. Just to go ahead and clarify that. A lot of people will treat it as a free space, but yeah.
Why would you need Hardy? I guess if you have Allen captain.
You're talking about needing a cheap captain. You don't need a cheap captain if Hardy's in there.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have a lot of Hardy, but if you have, like, I'm very low projection on Allen, so I didn't pick up a lot of Hardy because I don't need him.
That $222 contest Hardy will be over 50%.
What do you have him at? I have it 4 points, two catches for 20 yards.
4 points, yeah, 50%. 4 points is enough for 50%.
If Allen goes off.
No, I'm just saying, like, enough for 50% ownership. Not enough.
Oh, yeah, right. But go back to the running backs, because you said something interesting in Discord, is that even though Cook could carry the bulk of the load tonight, Breece Hall can run one off for 60 to touchdown.
Mm-hmm. I like the running back lineups a lot more than the marketing and play them at all. I like those lineups, especially if Carter's one of them.
How do you create the rule around which one gets the touchdown?
No rules, baby. Just let it rip. Let it rip.
So they both can have max games?
Yeah, don't restrict it too much. You don't want to get too far in the weeds for Showdown, because there's so many like Turpin last night. You know what I mean? Like, shit can happen.
Yeah. I just want the logic to say, listen, if Hall and Cook get a touchdown, probably Carter is not going to get one, versus having four running backs.
They could all three be rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
And it's like, at 2,000, one touchdown is enough, probably. Especially if the game is lower scoring. I don't know. I don't like restricting any of that kind of stuff. They could do a lot of dump offs. People are talking about it's the same thing as people are talking about only one tight end. Like, you could easily see a situation where Kincaid and Knox are both optimal if they both get some work in the red zone. I wouldn't overthink it. Let's just put it that way. Just let it rip and see what you got.
Wiley was right about last night, says Anthony G, but so is the entire industry. Not the entire industry on here. They were posting teaser lines for the Jets -7.
Everybody,
the Giants.
Everybody was betting on the Giants yesterday.
Yeah.
And
the Jets might not score a touchdown in this game. Anthony G is definitely a Giants
Bills fan. Or Bills fan.
Yes. The Jets are winning this game. Bills roll, trap god.
I will be under on the defenses, because I think with the rain that people are going to play them, especially after what happened last night, and that doesn't seem very smart to me with Rodgers and Josh Allen playing, personally. But
where's the weather tout? What are we doing for weather tonight?
Oh man, Adam Schefter's the weather tout. He's posting videos from the stadium and how they're saying everybody needs to shelter in place and stuff, but like, the actual weather meteorology guys are saying that it's going to clear up. So,
this point is actually very valid. Crazy pyro.
Because if they're losing, here's the thing: say that your game script happens, right, and they're losing.
Yeah,
Josh Allen's run for 8. They'll run for
8 yards. No, 100%. Even in the shittiest night for Josh Allen, he's optimal. Yes, 100%.
I think the only way.
That's a very good point, Crazy Pro.
that you
Crazy,
get a
crazy
non-optimal lineup is if they fucking just get destroyed.
Yeah, if Allen scores 9 points,
right.
Then,
but if he gets 15, he's probably in there.
But even 23 for 215 and a touchdown interception and running for 40 yards, which is going to be probably a poor night for him, he's on the list.
Yeah,
absolutely. And that doesn't include him running a touchdown in, which he might.
Right.
Where are the Jets fans? It's 9/11. Where are everyone here is a Bills fan?
Jets fans, I think, have been beaten into submission over the years. Kind of like you Bengals fans. You and Tony were oddly silent yesterday as I victory lapped all my Deshaun Watson.
That's true. I'm Matty Ice. I'm a Jets fan tonight. Yes. Kincaid 2 touchdowns for Matt Ramos. Oof.
Okay.
I don't have that in my model, but
Tony does. I think Tony's big on Kincaid. Speaking of the devil, and he shall appear.
Did someone say Bengals?
Yes.
I love Dalton Kincaid.
He won't stop.
Wiley, I was on Wiley's side last night with the Cowboys. Cowboys and under, but I'm not on Wiley's side tonight. I'm back on Mark's side tonight. I think Buffalo. I just don't like the Jets that much.
Jets by 7. You guys go watch Hard Knocks. You'll change your mind.
Yeah, because they only show the good stuff. Hard Knocks always makes everything.
They don't show like Aaron Rodgers going and doing peyote with his boys on Hard Knocks. That's what really need to be shown.
Wiley fell for you not watching Hard Knocks either. I don't believe it. I think you watched it.
I
think it's part of the bit that when you say who's that, I think you sit there and watch it. I don't believe it. He said, "Oh, the Jets were Hard Knocks." I didn't know. That's the bit.
No, that's too much of a tell. Yes.
Yeah, that's the bit for sure.
No, I knew the Jets were on Hard Knocks, but I have not watched it.
We were on to we covered the running backs for the Jets, and then we're on to the receivers. Who does Rodgers give it to tonight? Does he give it back to his boys, Lazard and Cobb?
He always gives it back to his boys.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep. Cobb and Lazard. Everybody.
I still don't think they do enough to warrant their price, and I think Wilson still gets 6 for 85 or something like that, even without a touchdown. He's
6 for 85 sounds like Lazard's line to me.
Tonight?
Yeah, he's about to cook, baby.
I like Lazard,
especially when here's the thing. They're going to be down like 80-0, and he'll throw Lazard like 4 or 5 in a row, like right at the end. That's how I see it going down.
Wait, this guy goes Jets by 7. Watch Hard Knocks. Your fuckers. Just catch me tomorrow. The other question is the tight ends for the Jets and what happened to Uzama, a Bengals throwaway. He was TE1, and now he's projected 1 catch for 10 yards, at least from me. Why is Conklin all of a sudden that much better?
Uzama is one of my favorite plays.
I like Uzama at 800, but I like Conklin at 4,800. I think they're both. I think they're both good.
I think Uzama's like the best play on DK. Everyone's going to play Hardy. I think he's a pretty good pivot to go to Uzama. I mean, what's the ownership going to be like? 10% of what Hardy's going to be.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe that Uzama was $1,000 or less.
I've got Uzama like 60% of my Hardy ownership, so I have him a good chunk.
Relevant. I mean, he showers with Aaron Rodgers. They love each other. You got the narrative, the shower.
Is that a thing from Hard Knocks? I don't know.
That was on Hard Knocks. They held each other's sausage in the shower. They're ready for the game.
That's aggressive.
You better bump them.
Yeah,
that's the research you don't do.
That's what other people have numbers and charts. I value a little shower time.
Yeah.
The big thing is BigT is that Mark finally admitted that he's playing a kicker tonight and loves it.
Oh, that was
Greg
sweet. I think he's higher on kickers tonight than me. When I saw his percentages, I felt so good when I saw that.
They about to boot that ball, man. The boys. It's gonna be like a soccer game.
Last night too, Gano right away. I was all excited. He's gonna bang one in, and then nope, block straight to the window.
Defense is worse. Defense is worse. Although before the game, I did say to Tony, I said, "Why the fuck are you playing Dallas defense captain that has no chance of working?"
Yeah.
I said that to Tony.
The only bad part was it killed all of my Dallas guys because they scored too much.
I was so heavy Gano last night, and he puts a 0.0.
When you go down like 28-0, you're in trouble with the kicker. I'll tell you that.
It was so bad. Just shut it off. Yeah, I'm pumping out a lot of Captain Zerline lines because it wants Allen, Rodgers, and Wilson.
Don't do that.
And it's going to fucking happen. Even at 9 points, Greg the leg.
You're going too far right now.
The most tilting slate for Mark all last year was when like 19 Run Pure logos, one with the kicker up top.
Man, I think I lost like $20,000 on that slate.
It was just the craziest. In theory, this is a game where I didn't do it as much tonight because I don't like digs, but
there's too many studs at the top.
That's the ones I like the kicker though, because if they all get like one touchdown or something, then I just don't see many points.
Somebody's gonna get.
What do you guys think on the total? Do you both like under or do you like over?
What's the total right now?
44.5.
It's coming back up a little.
Did it come back up?
Let me check it again.
I'm going over. It's 27-20 Jets.
So it was juiced under, and now it's about flat. That BOL's got it at 115 to the over. I think that the total is completely dependent on how the field is. It's like if they're just like mucking it up in a field that's soggy as fuck, like, it's going to be harder to score, harder to separate. I don't know. I do like under, but I'm not like as fervent about it as you are.
Tony?
I like under we talked about it last week on the show. We said all unders week one. What'd the unders go? Freaking 12-2, or I don't know how many games there was. It felt like all unders to me. There wasn't many overs. These teams aren't in rhythm for like 3-4 weeks every single year. Now you got Monday night, a little weather, Rodgers' first game. I don't see the Jets scoring a ton.
Bills ain't gonna have no trouble.
You love the Bills. The Bills were so bad at the end of last year.
Yes, they're bad now.
I'm just thinking about that damn playoff game in the snow, dude.
Dude, they were bad, but going into that Bengals, the Hammond game,
Allen was a little, or his shoulder, or whatever the fuck it was.
They might have been hurt. That could be it for sure. But they were definitely not the same the last month.
Yeah,
no.
They got talent. They got talent.
JBC higher or lower on running backs? I do like the running backs more tonight than I thought I would, especially Dalvin Cook.
Yes.
What do we think the split is between those two?
I think Cook's going to get at least half the carries to himself, and then you'll get Carter getting
2 carries.
I don't think Breece Hall's going to get handed the ball very much. He might get some other slop in there.
But he's the one that could go off.
Right. But first game after an ACL, typically your burst is not there, unless you're Adrian Peterson, the first game off of an ACL injury. Or first season, really.
The weather's going to be fine tonight, cloudy.
Yeah.
So
it was raining hard, but it stopped.
Yeah.
It's more about what it did to the field because it was pouring.
You did a show with JSU today. You talked about Harris on the Bills
I just think Harris is pretty sneaky in the fact that he's not going to be owned, and he could easily get 2 touchdowns inside the 10 or something. I on the surface, I don't like him, obviously. He's overpriced. he's not that good, and they want Cook. But I don't think that, just from the past with the Bills, I don't see them giving Cook like extended work. It could be Latavius that sneaks in and get him too, though.
I like
inside the 10.
I just thought of that. I was like, at what point in my life will we have to stop worrying about Latavius Murray rushing a snake break?
If they get that ball in the 10-yard line, you got to worry about Latavius.
It's always fucking him.
How old is he now? He's got to be like 30.
45?
He's got to be, close to 50. He's got to be about Wiley's age.
Running back career of all time.
Do you think he was born in 77 like Wiley or earlier?
He's 33 years old. He looks
still cooking.
He's only 33.
Yes.
Still getting jobs. Still cashing checks. It's like Frank Gore.
Frank Gore was actually good at the end of his run too, for how old he was.
The the Hardy line at 4 points, 2 for 20.
The thing about Hardy is why he's going to be so chalky, but like I don't think he's either going to like house one deep, or I don't know. Like I don't see him like nickel and diming it.
They would have to be losing. The problem is in Wiley's game script, where Wiley doesn't want to play Hardy, right? In Wiley's game script, if the Bills are losing at the end, Hardy's going to get a bunch of catches from the slot.
I like Hardy. Well, I was so confused earlier because I didn't realize.
No, I have 23% Hardy, so I'm okay.
That's actually more than me, but
you got what percent?
23%. I have him at 4 points projected. I have a range of 2 to 10. He may get a touchdown.
I've only got him at 21 right now. But I think somebody at JBC, how much is a lot when it comes to the love for Lazard? I'm playing him like 30% at utility and like 10% at captain.
I only got 13% Hardy.
Oh, you're going low. Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be as high as you think.
Maybe not, but it's all anybody's talking about.
I mean, he's definitely going to be high. I'm not disagreeing with that at all.
I guess there are other options, Uzama and fucking Sherfield and
Sherfield.
But Gibson is the guy.
What percentage, like captain, do you think he ends up stealing?
Hardy?
Oh, yeah, like a couple.
Yeah.
People like J-Mac love like popping the cheap ass captain in there.
It's literally like the dumbest possible thing you can do.
I just don't know why you would do that at like a 4 point projection.
Well, you're not putting them in there based on the projection. You're putting, I never play cheap captains ever, but like you're doing it based on him housing one.
Well, let me just change that narrative tonight because I have a lot of Zerline captain tonight.
What percentage is a lot?
Wiley, you're killing me.
Right now, 14%.
I like that. Just to own Mark. Like imagine the tilt when you ship with it. How good's it going to feel when you ship and you can just look at Mark and just smile?
I wish I'd had Dallas fucking defense last night.
The problem is they were actually somewhat owned. So it wasn't
they were chalky as fuck.
So it didn't like actually help that much. It just killed the rest of your teams.
Yeah, that sucked.
Because I had a decent amount of them, and it just killed. You almost needed it with the other side of the game because like Dak was dead, CD was dead. Like these guys were dead after those touchdowns.
Thoughts on Shakir? So this is interesting. I drafted a ton of him in best ball, thinking that he would have a larger role.
Like not going to play today, hardly at all.
They don't like him.
They don't like him. So
yeah, they like Hardy better.
If Hardy's in front of Shakir, that's it for Shakir.
Yeah,
Hardy's just
and Sherfield. Who'd Sherfield play for last year?
Well, Miami,
that was right. He was on a few slates that banged.
He had a couple really long catches.
Yeah.
I always used to play that dude with Taysom. Like on Showdown, I would love playing Taysom with Deontay Harris. I still haven't figured out why he changed his name though.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he took his fiance's name.
I support that.
Woke. He's woke.
Equal rights.
Diggs and Davis. There you go. You don't like Diggs, do you, Big T?
I just think it's a really, really tough spot for him. But he's got volume. He's one of the best receivers. I get why. For me, the way I play Showdown, I have to be lower on somebody. I just like those other studs more, and I think the matchup's very hard for him tonight.
Yeah, I mean,
look who's coming in. Oh, hang on.
Oh, with the Showdown. I see the Showdown King hat popping through. There it is.
There we go.
Right.
And we're back. The whole
Bryce
crew
is here.
together.
Showdown Kings Racing next week, nighttime, Churchill Downs.
Yeah.
Yeah, next Katie's
Next
birthday
Thursday.
is on the 22nd, so we'll probably be spending it in Louisville.
There you go. What's your digs take? You're right on live. You jump into it. What's your digs take, Bryce?
Diggs take, I got 35% and
How much captain?
15% captain.
Okay. I'm 35 and 25, so we're close-ish.
Yeah. I might rerun here. I realized I'd had an error. We got
Bradley in there.
29% digs, 1% captain.
Damn.
Yeah.
I hate the Bills. I hate the Bills tonight. I hate them.
So my captain pool is Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Diggs, Wilson, Cook, James Cook, Dalvin Cook, Gabriel Davis, and Lazard.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I think I capped Allen at 40% at captain, and I locked him in all my teams. So
it's like what we were talking about. It's going to be hard for Allen not to be optimal.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And then I have 150 Allen captain teams on FanDuel, so it's kind of how I'm playing it. I think I have a lot of Hardy. I think.
What's a lot of Hardy?
I got 40%.
Yep.
I'm there too.
It just ended up smashing high-low. I mean, I got a lot of Sherfield and Uzoma as well. So it's not like he's like the only cheap guy I'm playing, but most of my teams have one of those three.
Yeah. 40% Hardy is closer to what I think the market's going to be in the higher stakes contest. And I feel like, stuff like the $2,000, $5,300, I think he'll be 100%.
Yeah, I kept getting 60% Hardy, and I capped him at 40 by bumping down his projection a bit. So
it was one of those weird situations.
I thought 60 was a little too high personally. Like, I mean, he could easily end up with 3 points.
I mean, he could end up with 0 easy.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
In higher stakes, if he ends up with 0, I don't think it really hurts you that much.
Yeah, I think Sherfield's kind of the mega mind to get off him.
Mm-hmm.
Just playing a cheap guy helps you fit all these guys that we want to play. To me, it's a very high-low style slate, and Josh Allen slates are normally like that.
I'm with Bryce on this. All those Zerline captain teams are drawing dead.
Yeah, I'm majority Rodgers captain. Allen's my number 2.
I faded Rodgers captain too.
No, that's not going to happen.
Doesn't run enough.
It's Rodgers. It's Rodgers night. Jets defense is going to score. Yes, Ruben. Yes. Do this right
if
here.
It's another defense night, I'm just going to fucking probably, I don't know.
Shotgun a wine bottle.
At least the Jets D won't be chalky tonight. Last night was pain because of how chalky they were.
Well, Mark asked me how over I was on the Cowboys, and I just kind of ran our projections blind a bit, and our projections were super high on the Cowboys, but I obviously didn't play them at captain. So I was actually over on the defense, and then when they ended up being stone nutted, I'm like, can we not get a fucking position player in the
They were stone nutted immediately too.
Yeah.
Right away.
I literally walked out of the bar when that second one happened. That was just like Saquon got hit in the right there, like popped up right to the guy. I was like, fuck this game.
Yeah, I was like, this.
I had him in the captain and over, and I was still tilted. So I was tilted with you guys.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, okay, my Dallas bet won, and my DFS lines are all dead. Whatever. I don't have to watch
anymore. What type of build do you even do with a kicker captain all studs?
Right?
Well, I mean,
it's stupid.
It's not.
I can talk about the reasoning I had last year when it won all the money for the Run Pure people is low scoring game like today where they drive a bunch, your studs get their points. And I even made and it played out exactly like this, was why everybody shipped it Run Pure. And you get the studs, like Garrett Wilson gets 1 touchdown. Diggs gets 1 touchdown. The quarterbacks both kind of get there. So it's the only build where you can have a kicker get like 18, all the studs get like 14 to 15, and then another whoever down low. It just fits perfect. So if it's like a 17-13 game, what?
Zerline could be the 5th highest scorer potentially, right?
See, that's where I differ a little bit to Mark's side. Like, I think he needs like 18. Like 12 is not going to be enough. He needs like 18. In that game, I think Gano got like 20 or something that game, whatever it was.
Keep in mind, my floor is 0.
The odds of that exact game script are like 2%.
Oh, totally agree with you. Like, I'm definitely not saying it's like, but the flip side is when you get it, though, you get it all. And you've talked about this, and you've taught me a lot since you've been here with this. Do you want to make it more narrow on the way up, or do you want to go like way up and way down, kind of like me? And I've tried to meet in the middle. So to be honest, I used to always fade Diggs in this spot, like completely, just totally pull him out of there. I don't like him. Now tonight, I lowered him to only a 14 projection, which is way lower than market, I think. And I still get 28%, and I'm happy with that. Like, I'm under the field. 28%, though, that's plenty for me if I don't like him. That's better than 0, and I think I've plugged that hole because of you.
14.5 is my projection on Wilson. That's without a touchdown, and I think that's pretty much, the min for him for me. And someone asked Diggs or Wilson. Do the parlay question.
The parlay is Bills and under. Bills and under.
Bills and under, and tossing some of Mark's soccer slop tomorrow.
Is the soccer back tomorrow?
Back, baby.
Oh, baby. No, I got to charge my phone.
They're on international break. We haven't been.
It's not back.
But how low is too low on kickers? Because I'm probably too low on kickers.
I've got right now. I've got Bassett 30 and Zerline at 25.
Yeah, that makes me so happy.
I think I'm way too under on these kickers.
What do you got?
Dude, Buffalo loves kicking field goals, dude. It's fucking dumb, but they do it.
Yeah.
The Jets kind of love it too.
They love it too. They both love kicking field goals. It's so dumb.
I can't believe you got more kicker than me. That makes me so happy. I got 23 and 22%.
I'm stupid. I'm like.
You got 2 hats over on the ladder now. Do we got 2 hats up, moving up to the top rank?
Yeah, we got 2.
It's just going to turn into a hat rack.
How come Showdown King's on the second leg? He's got to work a little harder.
We need to win. We need to win $120,000 made. We need to win races.
Where does he go if we win next? Does he go all the way up, or does he only go up 1 leg?
Oh, if we win next week at night racing, that one goes up a leg.
Just one leg, not all the way?
Triple Crown race is the top of the ladder, period.
Oh, he's got to win a Triple Crown race to get to the top?
Yes.
Whoa,
well, what do you think? This is the standards high for Run Pure, too. That ain't going to the...
If he wins a Triple Crown race, you need a bigger ladder.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. What was the question I just had up? Fuck. Kincaid outscoring both kickers. No shot. My kickers.
No shot.
Well, maybe Bass. Not Zerline. Not Greg DeLay.
I love Kincaid.
Bass is about to nut, dude.
Kincaid is going to come in he's going to come in very low on. He's super overpriced.
Kincaid's like the key to my night.
I like Kincaid on FanDuel.
You broke up the Dolphins.
He fits so good on FanDuel.
FanDuel, he's great.
I got 22% on FanDuel.
The Kincaid Zerline death ball on FanDuel. That's the nuts right there.
Well, they're both too cheap. Why is a kicker 8K?
Yeah, it's dumb.
Especially a good kicker.
Yeah.
Well, here's one of our best people from Run Pure. Fellas, if we're going high end captain, would you set a group of at least one of these cheap guys in every lineup?
No. Just by playing a lot of them, you'll naturally get it. And you don't want to force yourself into that build because, as Mark has said, like, if it doesn't end up being the super high low, like, you can still hit a runner.
Yep.
Yes.
There's got to be some builds too where you play like Allen with 2 tight ends or something, two pass catchers, where that would not be a cheapie or something.
Those builds are way better than the Zerline captain builds. The Dawson Knox, whatever the fuck, double, Reggie Gilliam, whoever.
Can you see Gilliam scoring tonight too with one of those like rollout plays?
I got
say that,
zero.
and Zerline gets 14.
Okay.
What do you got him projected at, Wiley?
9, and he's still captaining.
You've been talking him up that hard, and you only gave him 9?
Yeah.
This is crazy talk.
Yeah. Here's why. Because when you have Garrett Wilson, Rodgers, Allen, and a Dalvin
He thinks the game is going over, Tony. But here's the thing about it going over. Garrett Wilson, if it goes over, is going to have like 35.
Garrett Wilson is – I'm on Mark's side with this. If it goes over, Garrett Wilson's going to crush.
All right, Mark, how much Garrett Wilson do you have?
Hey, captain or
the over's what, 44?
Overall.
Garrett Wilson, I've got –
That's not a really big game. He doesn't need 35 points to
30% utility, 20% captain.
No.
Yeah. I think I'm 30. I think I'm 35-14.
Yeah. Which is pretty close to the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the only 3 captains I have more than – like I have Lazard at 10, and then Diggs, Allen, Wilson are the only guys that are like really stacked up high.
The this chat room is 80% Bills. Easy.
Because they're gonna fucking win.
Yeah. Not gonna win. Jets are winning.
Knox is going to bag that Jets secondary in the end zone. All bag on their faces and all. Let's
I've disagreed with Del Toro most of the night.
Get it.
But I'm a huge Dawson Knox slap for sure. Absolutely. Any love for Dalvin Cook? Yes.
You're black. Dalvin Cook. Yes, I like Dalvin Cook. I think there's a lot of upside there.
Look at this comment. Comment of the night. Double kicker ship night. Absolutely.
I can see it. Just not. I like
make one of the captain for the win.
If double kicker ships, then I might have to head to TJ.
You don't rule out both of them together, right?
What's up?
No, you don't rule out both of them together, right?
No. The only rule that I have is force one. If Allen's captain, force a pass catcher, and force one of Allen and Rodgers, at least.
Yeah. Do you also have max one of anyone under the 1,000, like the cheap guys? Because you don't.
No.
I mean, you have some lineups with 2.
I could see like a Uzoma and then either like Sherfield or Hardy shipping.
I'm also not going no floor. Like, I'm playing a 49K floor. So any lineup that would have both of them is like a Allen captain, Diggs, Rodgers, Wilson, which is fine.
It's probably going to be duped a bunch.
Yeah.
Taylor, is the answer to your question each of us are different in terms of our floors. Mark is doing a $49,000 floor. I am doing a $0 floor, and some of these lineups are insane.
I do 48,
but $0 floor. I think I did 48,800. On FanDuel, I did no floor because I locked Allen captain.
I think FanDuel I did 56.5.
It sounds about right.
That's captain, baby. Look at this. This is a sicko like me. It's right there.
His name is Sicko. Checks out.
Yeah, his name is literally Sicko. Yeah.
How much 4-1 do you guys do on FanDuel?
I
know you don't like 5-1s on DK, but what about
DK
FanDuel?
such the 4-1. You can't really restrict FanDuel that hard, or you won't have any combos.
Yeah, like say you lock Allen and you do 2 uniques, you can barely get 150 teams. So it's like it's one unique, no restriction on 4-1. Like Allen can get there on FanDuel without having a pass catcher be optimal with him.
Also, the defense can nut on FanDuel a lot easier.
And kickers.
Both. Yeah, which is why I have almost 40% of the line on FanDuel. But no captain because I'm not dumb.
Oh, you keep saying that. Keep saying it.
Mark, you're gonna speak it into existence. I'm just gonna want to fucking
listen. If Wiley wins a ton of money tonight, and I sound stupid, that's fucking great. That's
actually good for you. That's actually good for you.
Seems like a terrible play. What you're not realizing is that Cobb and Aaron Rodgers probably like have orgies with each other's wives or something. So they're like extremely good friends, and he's going to throw it to him.
Allen captain with the Jets D in flex.
No.
If you're
it's the same question we always get though in Showdown, where it's obviously not right, but it can be different if the right script hits.
Yeah, you get a situation like think about, say Dallas does that shit off the bat last night, and then the Giants don't implode, then you could have gotten a situation where Dimes would have gotten like 25 and Dallas and flex would have been nutted. Absolutely. But that's typically the game script that would have to happen is they bury themselves at the start and then start going.
And it's usually not a game like this either that you want that move, just because there's great mid-range plays in this game, where I like it some of those games where there's not as much value and you got to like just get lucky down low.
Yeah. The game on, I think it was the game on Thursday, the Chiefs-Lions game, I had a lineup that was stupid like that. It was like Mahomes captain with the Lions defense. And like it was like 1 point off. I think I needed
They scored, right? They got a pick six, right?
Right. So I think I needed one more sack to like nut for like, I don't know, 200K or something.
And you'll solo ship when that one hits too, or you'll have a big piece of it.
Yeah, and it's like FanDuel, everything's duped, and it was still only duped like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Are we low on Hall? I do not think that Hall's gross touch count is going to be very high, but he obviously is very explosive. But I really don't think he touches the ball more than 8-10 times.
For Hall, he's going to have to house for you. If you play Hall, but he could. So Mark described it perfectly. You're playing Cook for volume. You're playing Hall for house.
Which they could both nut at the same time. Like it could happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be the shitty field is another factor for them not wanting Hall out there, I would assume. Yeah. Because all it would take is his cleat to get stuck and he's fucked again. J.K. Dobbins.
I just feel like Hall's going to nut. I don't know why.
I played almost no Breece Hall. So that's in the 49ers. I think our projections are pretty low on him compared to the industry, and I'm fine with that. I did a run of them earlier with captain.
Yeah. I'm at 12% Hall utility and 5 captain.
I think that's going to be high. It's definitely going to be high at captain.
Well, he's got a lot of upside because if he houses 2.
Well, yeah, he can pop one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got him on FanDuel. I didn't really get much on.
Just straight football though. Like I think this is what I'm good at. Like he's so much better than Cook. Like take all the other stuff out. He's so much better. He just has to get more work than you guys are thinking. I like Mark's numbers. I think I'm similar to those. If he could easily be the winning captain tonight, easily. Like if he houses a 70-yarder, gets 4 or 5 catches, like he's gonna be in the winner, and he could.
Yeah, I see no reason why not.
Like Cook is dusty, but Cook's gonna get volume. So I think we're saying the same thing.
He didn't want to show out to beat the shit out of his brother, though. That could be a Wiley special.
Who's that?
Dalvin Cook for the Jets.
Cook versus Cook.
Yeah, they may both go off. How many people are playing double Cooks just to do it?
Just for the narrative.
Yeah.
I think they're my 2 least favorite plays of the slate are the 2 Cooks.
I like Dalvin. I don't like James that much. I think Harris gets a touchdown if there is one. I agree with you, Big T, on that.
I'm really light on Harris.
And I'm kind of worried about Sherfield. I was just messing with my lineups. I just know that
Latavius is going to score.
Gigabrain. I'm fine with Latavius.
Yeah, it's like last night. It's like last night with Dallas scoring early on defense or special teams. I looked over my left shoulder. I was like, "That's it. Have a good one. Wrap this one up." So Sherfield get an 80-yarder early, and this be like,
"Oh, don't even say it. Don't speak it into existence."
Fuck that. Noah was talking up Sherfield earlier too. Fuck.
Mangone was.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. He was like, "Your lineups are looking
and
like
goes
this."
all over.
It was like some real TikTok bullshit. But
was he eating a taco when he said it?
Probably. He said, "Don't play Hardy, play Sherfield." That's what he was saying.
Really? No matter what I do to Zerline, he's like 14% captain. I just don't like. I'm possessed by him.
Hit the X button.
Fuck off! No way.
Fuck.
It's telling me that Matt, don't fade this. Don't take the bullying from these people.
You say nobody calls you Matt, and you just call yourself Matt.
Yeah, that's
all right. I bumped kickers just for you, Matthew. I'm at 24 and 20. I bumped kickers. Bang. I'm at 24 and 20.
Yes, no cap. That's my boy. That's my boy.
I have so much kicker. I don't know what's wrong with me today. And then watch, it's going to
project better than the rest of these. It's like, well, so do you like the kickers or like say like Randall Cobb more?
Kicker.
The kickers. Same. Yeah, I have Cobb for 2 and 20.
But
maybe.
The problem is,
he'll maybe get a catch or two.
Especially if you're going no floor, right? So he's going no floor. You got Bass at 42, Zerline at 4,000. Lazard's at 6,400. So any lineup that has a kicker that's lower than, 48, 47, 8, you could have had Lazard instead. That's where I draw the line, and that's why you need the salary floor.
The funny thing about the Cobb versus kicker thing, though, my main team, I can't get to a kicker over Cobb. I only have that much left.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like the kickers are going to outscore Lazard, and I don't want Lazard prioritized because he has a higher salary on the floor. That's my thing.
You think the kickers are going to beat Lazard?
Absolutely. Yeah, I do. Both of them.
I think Lazard's.
I have Lazard at 8. 4 for. I mean, that's a big night for Lazard, going more than 8 points.
No, he's about to nut.
Okay.
Nut time for Alan Lazard.
Does anyone in the comment section believe that Alan Lazard is going to nut tonight?
We got a question in the live show chat, actually. Lazard and who's CJ?
Uzoma.
Oh, okay. And or McCole and Greg DeLeg.
Lazard.
I like that too.
Greg the leg.
I think I got
Of course you say good.
And McCole. If we have any left for Mecole, we bet Mecole's overs.
Why do these people go in here and spam this stuff? NFL Week 1, get out of here. Let me ban this.
I don't know what that is.
I don't like Mecole.
That's the other guy. That's the other guy. That is the
There's only 15 yards.
That's the Jets Sherfield. The Jets Sherfield is McCole Hardman, by the way.
Right? You like McCole?
I liked him for the Chiefs. Maybe not on this field tonight, but
Wiley's got something against. You know what it is? I fucking figured it out, dude. Wiley does not like the Bills because the motherfuckers from Canada and all the people in Canada cheer for the Bills. And he doesn't. He cheers for the Bengals. So he's shitting on the Bills just because he's biased.
Wow.
Yes.
That's the mega.
So you figured it out. You solved the Rubik's Cube. Yes. My whole life was dominated by AM Buffalo radio, the fucking Sabres and the Bills. and all 4 losing Super Bowls in the early 90s. Yes, it was dominated by it. So
you can't let that bias creep in, bro.
It's it. The Bills are a bunch of losers. Wait till this comment section.
I solved it.
Well, yeah. 15-5-4, Zerline over Bass. Yes. Kincaid gets a touchdown. They love Kincaid. Knox Kincaid. That'd be interesting.
That is I like that a lot. I believe I agree. It's the Bills year.
Yeah. It ain't the Bengals year. That's for sure. Tony, let's just get over it.
I don't play the reverse psychology like you. That's your move. That's not my move.
All I've been doing for a month is spitting on how great the Browns are, and then they do that, and the fucking lineman gets hurt.
I love how they just shit on how small Joe Burrow's hands were the entire broadcast.
But I have
literally all they were talking about.
Tiny hands.
Tiny hands. He can't play on the field.
They should put him in the Burger King ad.
I couldn't even watch it because I was waiting for KJ Osborne to drop another pass, so I could.
KJ Osborne. I told you guys that dude's ass cheeks.
I'm gonna come down to Tim Hortons and sock you in the crotch.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll never be there. I'll never be at Tim Hortons.
Didn't look awful.
Wiley was on that show. Now that I think about it, I shit on your boy Osborne, and my boy Addison caught a 50-yard houser on you.
Well, if Kirk Cousins could complete a pass, Osborne would have 3 touchdowns. Fact.
Didn't he throw for 550 or 350 yards?
Already changed his name to Honor.
Cousins was amazing. He was in our optimal. Our optimal actually crushed it. Run pure the projections.
Yeah,
He threw for 350 the first half.
Kirk Coupons was in my FanDuel core. He went. He good.
That's actually a good name.
Yeah, Kirk Coupons.
Kirk Coupons. I've never heard that one.
I like it.
Man. Yeah, that's his name, dude. I don't call him by that is his name. Cowboys year, Cowboys for Super Bowl is a lock. Love it.
That was my pick, my Super Bowl pick, Cowboys.
Barkley and that bag of chips on offense. Okay.
Let me ask you this.
He is ass cheeks. Yes, correct, Vincent.
If you max 150 lineup build, and then let's say hypothetically you max a 90 higher stakes contest, do you take the top 90 from the 150 or do you rerun it?
That depends entirely on which generator you're using.
Saberson.
I don't think you could take the first 90 on Saberson.
Okay.
I don't even understand the question. What's the question?
The question
I would take the first 90 if you're using Cruncher. If you're using anything other than Cruncher,
then you need to space it out.
It doesn't sort. A lot of them don't sort well enough, so you end up like super backloaded on like. Say you think you have a guy,
all in a row.
Yeah.
Or what you could do is, if you're an Excel nerd, you could just go into Excel and choose 90 random ones.
Mm-hmm.
If you really wanted to switch it up.
Wiley's too old to know how to use Excel.
Yeah. Most people here believe you're older than me, just to let you know.
You're old enough to be my dad.
Yes, that is true. I am old enough to be that guy. Wait, that guy's dad. Everyone's silent.
Well, thanks for the dinner the other weekend in Cincy. About to go to my friend's birthday dinner.
Oh, you missed the game? Missed the Bills?
No, it's at a fucking bar.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Where's AP at? AP's supposed to come in here.
Yeah, where is he?
AP was supposed to come in here with our sponsor for the day.
Oh, we're still sponsored by Bonefish. Bonefish. Gab yourself some Bang Bang shrimp. Use code JBC in all participating Bonefish across the country in every state.
Yeah.
Only Alaska.
Also sponsored by Bud Light because the NFL won't accept their sponsorship anymore, and we'll take any.
Bud Light. Grab one.
I do like Wiley's move of just saying we're sponsored by everyone. I love that move.
No, Red Lobster dumped us because we went to Bonefish. So, you know what?
When can we get when's Chili's?
Can we get the biscuits from Red Lobster at least?
Nope. No, we can't. Yes, get your Red Lobster barrel cut.
Those biscuits.
It's funny.
We need like a full
BigT gonna play. I haven't played poker in a decade. What? How are you asking me that? Who are you?
Look at this shit. Look at this one.
God damn. Are Wiley and JBC the Al Pacino McConaughey combo for two for the money?
That is kind of how they are, actually. That hits closer to home than this dude even realizes.
That's my favorite comment of the night.
That hits so close to home.
Yes. Ooh, Texas Roadhouse rolls. That's what I'm talking about.
No, Chili's. When I first moved to the United States, I saw my first Chili's. I saw my first Chili's logo, and I thought it was Chidgey's because the L looks like a J. And I said, "Oh, you want to go to Chidgey's?" Bonefish off Buttermilk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Buttermilk Parkway. That's why you, Tony.
Yep, I've been there. That's the one I go to.
I think it's decent. Nathan thought it was Long John Silver's with menus.
That was the worst take I've ever heard.
That was a horrible take. That was really
like Bonefish. Even if you don't like it, like it's good food.
That was
awful. I mean,
it's good. Awful take.
Long John's like worse than Taco Bell. Like, what are we talking about?
I went to a school we had 5,000 people in our college town. And so I think we had about 10 food options. And there was a Long John Silver's there. And you do not want to go to Long John Silver's in Greencastle, Indiana. And I didn't go a single time in 4 years. And there was
you don't want to go anywhere to Long John Silver's. Not only your town.
Even in college, you couldn't pay me to go to Long John Silver's. Dude, when everyone was dead fucking broke, I wouldn't want to eat that.
There's one.
Comparing it to Bonefish is just a terrible take.
Yeah. I've never been to Bonefish.
It's just like a decent, normal restaurant.
Excellent. I love it.
Is that like a Kentucky fish place? Because I don't really trust.
It's not Kentucky.
It's not even all fish. Like, it's good food.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, all the fish is fresh caught in Kentucky.
Fresh caught in Kentucky. Fresh caught in Kentucky.
Yeah, don't eat the crab in Kentucky. It takes a while to get here. Any battered fish is horrible. Derek, you're banned from the show.
Yeah.
Bonefish is a step above Red Lobster. Yeah, that's why we dumped Red Lobster as a sponsor. They don't pay. What else? What else are we sponsored by?
Chili's.
Wendy's, Junior Bacon.
Arby's, dude.
Good fucking burger at a good fucking price. I'll never forget that. Great fucking burger at a great fucking price.
Okay. Oh, dude, Skyline, you disgusting fuck.
There you go, Big Show.
Don't.
BSB.
Tony, do you like Skyline? Do you like Skyline for real?
I don't love it, but I don't mind it.
Oh, Tony.
I think, aren't we forced to like it? Or here?
Like, I wouldn't eat it every day, but like every 2 weeks, I'm good with it.
Twin Peaks is great. Hooters is better, though.
No way. Twin Peaks is definitely better than Hooters.
No, Hooters food, man. Those Daytona.
No.
You know what the worst chain restaurant is in the United States?
Long John Silver's?
No. Ted's Montana Grill.
Oh, that's another bad take.
Good.
Talk to me. Bryce, back me up.
I've never been there.
Oh, you're
Bryce,
so
back me up.
This might be worse than the Long John Silver take.
Yeah, dude. Ted's Montana Grill is fucking elite.
Yeah, I need to hear more about this. Why is that not a good place?
Y'all have bison
in Lexington. It's like a depressing saloon. It's like a depressing saloon narrative. It's terrible.
It has a 4.3 rating on Google. The one nearest me. I don't think it can be the worst if it has a 4.3.
Good.
You guys are terrible.
Yeah, man.
You guys are making it
Ted's Montana. That's right. Come on, Wiley.
I bet Trent Sherfield eats at Ted's Montana Grill.
Slander.
Would you like it more if they changed it to Tony Montana Grill?
Ted's is the vision.
Like fucking Miami gangster style place.
That would be sick.
Mark would love that shit.
That would be so
Long John Silver's crunches are fire. Mongolian barbecue is the best. Favorite captain. Let's get back to hang on. Was these poor people? Favorite captain for single entry. That's you. That's Bryce. Allen.
Josh Allen. Favorite Megamind captain would be Alan Lazard.
Yeah. Tell him. Don't let Wiley do this stupid shit with Zerline.
Hey, look at this. Look at this, you dumb fucks. Rodgers running the field with the American flag. This is exactly right.
First of all, you know that's bullshit because Rodgers 100% thinks that George Bush did 9/11. And then he's running out there with the American flag.
Yeah, that is kind of bullshit.
There we go. Jets by a million. Look at these.
How overbet are the Jets for the 9/11 narrative?
Jets for 9/11. Dude, Buffalo is in New York.
I don't think they're overbet at all. They're underbet.
What is that noise?
What the line move to?
It's 2.5.
Let's see. It might have gone up again because just out of people fading Wiley for being dumb.
It's
Brandon.
It's exactly break-even big. Randall Cobb captain.
Randall Cobb captain.
Randall
Brandon,
Cobb,
don't do that. Don't do that, Brandon.
He is not the type of person I play captain.
No, don't do that.
I gave my speech. I'll give it one more time. Larry Fitzgerald is like a 48-year-old man. Crushed the first 5 weeks for like 4 straight years. It's Randall Cobb's time early in the season, baby.
UK Wildcat, baby. You know how good he was in college?
I know how good he was in the
Yeah, he was
NFL at the
sick.
beginning too. The dude was good. That was 20 years ago, though.
Look at this Megamind genius comment from Jake Swells. Exactly. Rogers captain, don't overthink it.
Hold on. Let me talk to Mangone real quick. Mangone, you know what else isn't in fucking New York City? New Jersey. Shut up.
JBC Buffalo is not in New York. It doesn't count. Sorry.
Okay. I'm on Mark's side here, Mango.
Here, let's get into the good stuff.
No.
We've gone super off the deep end these last 10 minutes.
Oh, look, there's a cliff. Let's just jump over it, guys. No.
When Zerline's captain, I'm going to be right behind Mark.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
Technically, this game is not in New York. Brittany J with the facts.
The Meadowlands are in Jersey.
Acting like South Canada is a part of New York.
Fuck you. We can buy and sell Buffalo. It's going to be the Toronto Bills here soon.
It
When
should
they
be the
suck.
Toronto Bills already.
It will be the Toronto Bills. You can have your Sabres. We got 3 minutes or 8 minutes?
3.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, man. Diggs 40 ball. That's what we're talking. Randy Hendricks, my guy.
I'm
Cobb
so
was-
locked in tonight. I'm so
Okay,
locked
Cobb.
in.
Cobb.
Bush was a great prezi. That's the thing. Controversial comments and to see if JBC just absolutely falls in the trap.
Yeah.
Hey, the Earth's flat. What do you think? Oh,
Earth is flat as fuck. And it's
Sean
all
Strickland's the champ now, dude. Sean Strickland's the champ.
when Akaika and I lived together in college, after college in Chicago, we bought flat Earth flags online because we thought it was super funny. And this dude called us to say we were his first customer, and he sent us 5 flags instead of 1. And he wrote a note in the box that they came in. It was like an Amazon seller, and like giving us his phone number so we could call him with like any like flat Earth conspiracies,
any Twitter.
and like wanted to see.
You should
if
have
we
gone
wanted
on
to
the
meet up.
podcast.
He was like, we called him one time drunk as shit, and the guy was legitimately like the nicest person of all time. He just wanted to meet fellow flat earthers.
Dude, there was a UFC guy that walked out with the flat Earth flag one time.
Yeah, dude, the Earth is flat as fuck, and the birds aren't real.
Run Pierce Sports, the Earth is flat.
The birds are government drones.
Birds aren't real.
God, I love how you
Breaking
use the
Bryce
banners.
is
I
a
don't know how
flat
you do
earther.
that, but I
Breaking
love
Bryce
it.
is a flat Earth.
Yes, we made it. I'm gonna send this to Akaika. He'll love it.
Breaking Bryce is a flat Earth.
This is going. straight
All
to
right,
Twitter.
1 minute. Then we're gonna bounce. Let's get locked. I guess we're done.
AP
Right?
never came. This is some bullshit.
Look at Mark James, instant sub. Instant sub. You keep going flat Earth. Wait a second. Hang on. If that gets us an instant sub,
Yeah, Mark, if you actually signed up, I'm sending you gear too. Like you got to get some gear if you signed up. Don't be messing with us though, saying you signed up and you didn't.
right. There you go. That gets us subs.
Wiley and Bryce.
Hey, if it gets us subs,
Wiley
I'll
and
do
Bryce
whatever.
are flat
Yeah, you
Earth.
can add me to the list too if more people sign up. We can all be flat
Bush did
earthers.
9/11. Bush did 9/11.
whatever you want. Mark James.
RPS equals flat Earth supporters equals big time
Yes.
revenue.
That's
Yeah.
our motto now.
Signing back up once I catch Going to the top tonight. All right, guys.
See you guys.
Good luck.